Best Car Reviews. I'm Ben, and today we'll be dissecting the 2023 Acura MDX. Before we begin, please like and subscribe so I continue to bring accurate and clear car reviews in under 10 minutes. Let's get started. There's no shortage of luxury or performance SUVs on the market in 2023. The Acura MDX can be considered to offer luxury and can absolutely be considered to provide performance. A fantastic design, potentially the best design in the class, and a solid range of trims and prices hopefully allows for an option for everyone who wants one of these. If you're loving this design, then stay tuned. Today we'll look at the different trims and details that matter most to you to determine which will be the best bang for your buck. Photos and information in today's video come direct from Acura or from Car and Driver. Let's dive in. The MDX will be offered in 6 different trim levels for 2023. They're the Base, Technology, A-spec, Advance, Type S, and Type S Advance. That base trim will start off at $50,745, so a pretty high amount of money for a base trim. But this is kind of a higher base SUV, working all the way up to the sporty Type S Advance, starting at just under $74,000. So despite there being 6 different options to spread out that $23,000 difference in prices, they still start high. So this is a more expensive SUV for sure. Looking at engine options, the first 4 trims will be available in a 3.5-liter V6 that puts out 290 horsepower and 267 pound-feet of torque. So not a bad engine at all. That'll get you out of the stoplight pretty quick. And the Type S and Type S Advance will come with a 3-liter turbocharged V6. Puts out a lot more, 355 horsepower, 354 pound-feet of torque. So if you go for those Type S, you're definitely getting the more performance-oriented engine, as that is the sporty trims. Both these engine options will be paired with a nice smooth 10-speed automatic transmission. When you look at the drivetrain, those first 4 trims with the 3.5-liter will come standard with front-wheel drive. All-wheel drive will be optional. And on the performance trims, all-wheel drive is standard. Miles per gallon, with that 3.5-liter, you get 19 in the city, 26 on the highway. If you opt for that performance turbocharged V6, you drop down to 17 city, 21 highway. Go over some features now while taking a look at some different pictures of this vehicle. This is such a great design from Acura. If I was to pick any SUV to buy, then it would have to be a top trim MDX. I've always loved this design. I think it's super sharp. It has a very familiar Acura front end there. Headlight design. Taillights also resemble the other models in the lineup. Lots of performance can be had as well, especially in those top trims like I mentioned. This is cheaper than the ultimate luxury SUVs on the market, but doesn't necessarily feel like it, which is great. Lower level trims are still quite nice inside and out, but it's very easy to want the design of those performance level trims of the Type S. They just seem so superior to that lower level. But a couple features here, wheel sizes will range from 19 to 21 inches depending on what you get. Advancing trims will get you fancier wheel design, wheel color options, more elevated features such as bumper design and exhaust design. You can kind of have a square exhaust on lower trims versus dual, circle designed exhaust on the higher trims. Also, the Type S trims will get you those big Brembo brakes, as this is the performance-oriented SUV. So definitely a range of features here. You still get that Acura MDX design on the lower trims, just not quite as appealing. They do it in subtle ways, but obviously as you go higher in the trim and the price, you get a cooler looking vehicle overall. I think the best bang for your buck is probably going to be the technology trim. This is one step up from the base, gets you several more standard features, but is still $6,000 under that third trim up the ladder. If you're looking for the performance SUV, then the Type S is absolutely the way to do it. Technology, I think, gives you solid looks inside and out for a far more reasonable price. Take a look at the interior now, and this is from the A-spec. This is quite a nice interior, but not as fancy as rivals in the class. You get plentiful room in all the trims in the first and second row. The third trim is a little smaller, probably a full-size adult might have a little trouble fitting back there. Not to say you can't do it, but maybe you save those seats for your kids. You get 18.1 cubic feet of storage behind that third row and 95 cubic feet if you put down the second and third row seats. So a lot of available room in here. You don't necessarily need to climb the trim ladder all the way to get great features. The technology trim, like I mentioned, has a solid number of amenities for kind of a lower end trim, such as leather upholstery, interior ambient lighting, and a 12-speaker ELS studio sound system. You can also end up, depending how you option, you can have wood accents, dual climate control, heated front seats, 16-way power adjustable, and massaging front seats. Standard on these is a 12.3-inch infotainment screen next to a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. Unfortunately, the infotainment is controlled by a center console mounted touchpad controller, which is said to be difficult to use. I think it's a major downside and kind of inexcusable from Acura. Just make it easy. What's the point of doing something different that's not easy to use? It's a touchscreen. Just make it one. People are paying a lot of money for the car. This should be the easiest part of the whole thing. But nothing we can do about that. The a-spec and the advanced models get a little bit more advanced of a sound system and a 16-speaker sound system. This has a 5-star safety rating, and you get numerous driver's assist, technology, and safety features standard. In review, guys, such a sweet car from Acura. This MDX has always been a great model, great design. I think 2023 is probably the best design it's ever had. It's unchanged from 2022, but this generation that they're on is, so sleek, so slick, and very appealing, even on the base level trims. I think the most I see on the road, honestly, is the A-spec, which is kind of smack dab in the middle. Never really seen a Type S, but it'd be great if I did, and it's great if you want that. They have that to offer, to have that performance SUV. That's a very popular model in the segment to have, that trim, that sporty trim. And Acura does a great job competing and delivering a great product. So if that's what you want, if you want the ultimate performance SUV to get yourself to Walmart super fast, then you got it. Not for that bad of a price compared to others as well. But hopefully this video laid things out in a clear way for you guys. Thank you for watching this Best Car Review. Please subscribe if not already, and I'll catch you on the next Best Car Review.